Hey.
Hey there. Who's this? Hey, Jedi.
Well, how you doing, man?
Well, for now, I'm setting a few things up, so I haven't quite started the stream yet, but I'm doing excellent today, Jedi.
I'm gonna be seeing a new counselor coming up in a couple weeks here. That comes to the house
Okay.
pretty soon. Yeah. Got a lot of members in this Discord, in the server. You know,
What?
there were a lot of members in this Discord server.
There is? I feel
No,
like
I mean
this
like
is...
in the total members.
I mean,
I meant to.
compared to other servers I've been on, I feel like this is a bit of a smaller server. Like, I guess it depends on how often you use Discord, but from some of the servers I've been on, there's some pretty big ones out there. A lot more tabs. And they get, of course, a lot more users on those servers.
Uh-huh.
So give me a moment to prepare some announcements, and then I'll be ready to start here. Alright. I'll need my Twitch and YouTube channel, and then I can just spread this announcement across the platforms, and then we'll be good to go.
Alright.
There we go. We'll go ahead and send this out, and then we can get started.
Oh, there's my church bells.
Alright, so there we go. Alright, let's begin. Hey guys, gamers in the zone, and welcome back to more Touhou 9.5 Shoot the Bullet. It has been quite a while since we last played this, as last time I played I was having some trouble with level 10 scene 4 here. Like, this was a tough one for me, and I don't know, it kind of leaves me a bit unsure why people consider 9-6 to be the hardest. Now, maybe the scene I beat that, maybe I just got lucky. So I'll admit, there was one moment in that successful attempt where I couldn't help but wonder how I didn't lose. Nonetheless, yeah, I gave this game a bit of a break because with freezing time and Kurumi being away on some things, they couldn't be on the internet for a while. And because of that, and with how much this game was getting on my nerves and kind of causing me to burn out a bit on bullet hells, I decided to take a break from this game, especially when other games I was more eager to play were coming out, like, you know, Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4, of course, Silk Song, and of course we were also in the middle of, I think at the time, wrapping up Dark Souls 3, if I remember correctly, and wanted to start up some other games, so the combination of that added up to me taking a break from this, but now that Freezing Time is somewhat back, he isn't going to be back for long, but there'll be times where they'll occasionally be available that I'm going to use those opportunities to occasionally stream some more Touhou.
Okay.
As I don't want to completely put on hold the remaining games I have. I obviously still have yet to finish Silk Song, and, you know, still have Salt and Sanctuary to finish. I mean, with Salt and Sanctuary, I'm certain if I can get a full day in, I could probably finish that game. Anyway, let's see what Freezing Time has been talking about here in the chat. Welcome to the stream, Freezing Time. Freezing Time in the zone. We'll go straight into advice right off the bat, since this sense made sense, you suffer sense for sense, so sense long sense. So, you know me, Freezing Time. I like to make fun of mistakes in messages. So a better way of wording that messages would be like, well, I'll go straight into advice right off the bat, since this made you suffer for so long. Hey, you really didn't need to put in that second sense. You've seen two different tactics with Photo 6 and 7 of this spell. You've been using a luck strategy with... that should be which, is good enough with 6th Photo, since you don't have to have a lot of luck to do it that way, whilst Photo 7 has been giving me a huge headache, because I need a lot of luck and skill to get past it that way. Second strategy is to move sideways through the bullets. Very skill-based and risky. Maybe not worth it in Photo 6, but in Photo 7, you think it's way more easier to pull off than the thing I was trying to pull off. Okay, you're going to show me a clip of how I can do a Photo 7 with second strat. Alright. Well, to start, I'm going to give myself a bit of a refresher on just how annoying this scene was, to remember what exactly I was struggling with here, and then I'll take a look at your clip to see how it'll help. So let's see here. Oh boy, already we're getting into the heat of it. Yeah, this one gets right into the heat. Okay, I remember this being, first couple being just simple streaming based. And then I need to remember, okay, yeah, this is where it starts getting chaotic. I think that one was when I started relying more off widespread dodging. What?
Yeah, winter weather advisory here for my area.
Oh, what's happening?
We have a winter weather advisory for tonight into tomorrow.
Okay, and then this is, yeah, I remember now. This is where I was relying off just more widespread dodging. That's definitely coming back to me now.
Is this a stream I can actually, the game I can actually watch?
Yes, Jedi. You can watch this.
I'm gonna quick do a Discord update, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Alright, and then I remember this one also being one I could do widespread dodging on. And then I think this is where it somewhat got more difficult. I mean, this one's kind of just more streaming based. And then I think, yeah, this is the one where I was kind of... Yeah, because there was no gap like I could with the first couple of pictures, which was why I was kind of having to just rely off micro-dodging and just paying close attention. So yeah, it's starting to come back to me now why this got on my nerves and why I needed a break from bullet hells in general, with how much this broke me. Especially with there still being, like, that's only the halfway point. There's still quite a few more pictures I have to take. Now, if I remember correctly, I think Freezing Time, you said that the remaining pictures I have to take should be fairly easy after I get past 6 and 7. That was... That was unintentional. Don't think too much into that. For those of you who don't know why I got bothered by saying that, you don't need to know. Uh-oh. I started off in the middle there.
I'm the best Mario Kart player in my house.
Okay, this is where... Yeah, it's very easy to get hit there from what I remember. But yeah, I remember it was the lack of any consistent openings to get to the sides by the time I get to the having to take the 6th picture. That I'm unsure what I'm supposed to do. Which is why it sort of always felt like I was waiting for a miracle. So I'm willing to wait to see what Freezing Time has to bring to the table. So I can find a way through this without, you know, consistently losing my mind. I felt like I could have made it through that one. I guess it just wasn't meant to be. Hey! Alright, I got a bit lucky there. Ah, and of course my luck ran out. Alright. I failed to do a clip. Here's a video. You only need 7th photo here. For some reason, you can't make YouTube clips on the phone. Ah. I'm sorry to hear that. I think it was also the fact that the music's always the same in this. That this always, like... The music never changes, it feels like. So it feels like I'm listening to the same stuff over and over again. So the constant repeating music that it felt like I've been hearing the whole game has been driving me crazy. Then honestly, if you guys are interested, I'd be down to put in some tunes that feel a bit more fitting for this situation. I was going to consider some Deltarune music, but I don't want to play music that might be spoilers for Freezing Time, because I know Freezing Time plans to wait until he gets home and is properly back on the internet before playing Chapter 3 of Deltarune. So alright, no Deltarune music. Okay, so... yeah, they do that. Okay. they do that. And then, yep. About the same strats that I normally do with those spell cards. For getting those photos. And then, let's see what they do here. Okay, so they're doing the same thing I do. So, I'm not sure what exactly the plan is that... Okay, so they're sort of sticking to kind of the inside, which... That's going to be a lot to keep track of, but I mean, I can give it a shot. So, let's give it a shot here. This is... I might have tried this strat a little bit, but I think I couldn't quite get the hang of it, because, yeah, it's very tricky to get in range of where you need to go. And I think that's why I was so bothered by it. And wanted to, you know, rely off the luck strat. Which, Okay, so goes something like this from what I saw. A bit messy, but I mean it somewhat works. So maybe with a bit of time and patience, I can get the hang of that strat. Until I eventually start to consistently do it. So then it brings into the question how I'm going to navigate these remaining pictures for this scene. Because there's still going to be like 3 more pictures I'm going to need to take in order to clear this scene. And I don't know how much of a pain those are going to be. Uh-oh. That's... yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to fit in that... Okay, I was able to find an opening to get in, but then I couldn't get... Because it's like, it's still a streaming attack, so it's still... difficult to keep with the consistent pathway when, you know, the route isn't consistent at all. That's what's making this annoying. It's a pure streaming attack. I mean, this whole entire scene has been one big streaming attack. So if you think this is the better strat to get me through this freezing time, I'm willing to take the time to get the hang of it. Because for all that I know, it might be my only hope of actually beating this. Uh-oh. Okay, I forgot to start the pattern. That's on me. See, it's so difficult to keep track of it. I messed that up. Uh-oh. Ah! I shouldn't have been charging up there. I might have stood a chance there, but... Okay, I'm definitely seeing something, so maybe this strat will actually work. But again, it's mainly about getting in the route that it's going to start off very inconsistent before, you know, there's at least a bit of consistency along that route. So there's still going to be some level of luck involved in trying to get that to work that I'm not looking forward to having to master. But you believe I can do it, Freezing Time, and You keep insisting that I'm able to beat this, so despite how much this has torn away at my sanity, I'm doing this for you, pal. Oh, this is going better than you thought? I guess I'm a bit curious to know what's, just to pass the time a little here until I master this. I'm curious to know, how things been going lately, Freezing Time. Outside of, you know, the thing that's been keeping you busy. If anything's interesting has been going on lately.
Was he here on Discord earlier?
No. I don't think anyone was on the server yet today. I wasn't ready for it. Well, maybe someone was on the server and I'm just forgetting. But as far as I remember, no one was on the server during the first stream I had today of Bullet Heaven 2.
Wait, they have statuses now on first status on Discord?
Status? You mean the do not disturb, offline, and, you know, online status?
It's like a cloud on the right by your name. I saw a cloud by your name.
Thought cloud? What are you talking about?
It gives you a few options. This is my first. Oh, never mind. I'll look it up quick.
But yeah, I guess outside of games, I mean, work has been going well. They're giving me some training in the audio booth. And I'm starting to get the hang of it. I clearly still have a ways to go until I master the audio booth, but I think it's going well there. And, so my brother has gotten me into watching the new season of Andor.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, I was unsure if I wanted to watch it at first. Since, while I could tell it was a good show, I was unsure if it was a show that, like, really interested me all that much. But he seems to insist that it's peak Star Wars content, so I was willing to give it a chance. And, I think it's mostly the same thing as before, where, like, I can tell it's a good show, but I just don't know if it's clicking for me and, like, the reason why I watch Star Wars, you know? I think it's also a combination of just being oversaturated with the constant Disney Plus Star Wars shows. Like, there's so many of them now. Like, I know it was a meme back in the early days of Disney Plus that, you know, The Mandalorian was basically carrying Disney Plus and was the primary reason most people even bothered to get a Disney Plus subscription. Okay, that constant inconsistently in the route is going to keep getting me. I know you said it's going better than you expected, Freezing Time, but I still don't know if this strat is going to work very well. Because I feel like I'm still going to be having to wait for a miracle regardless. Like, maybe there's evidence that shows I have a higher probability of survival based on how all the other players have done it for this scene. But once again, I'm contemplating if I should go back to my original strat of just staying in the middle, even if it means I'm kind of waiting for a miracle. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, never mind. I thought I had a route there, but then of course it ends up not working last second. Another thing I'm kind of worried about is that I haven't been getting that many points in all my runs of this scene. So I don't know I don't know if I'm gonna have the necessary points to get the red dialogue. Okay, I think for when I get to the more outer... Mostly fine. It's hard due to a lot of constrictions. Well, I'm still left wondering which would be the better strat. Staying in the middle where it's completely random what bullets might be coming my way. Or if I should keep giving this route a chance until I eventually get it. Like, it starts out good here, but then it's when I start getting to the sides that it... I don't know how well this... Okay, I have an idea on how I could maybe get a bit more out of this route. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I have an idea.
What's the idea?
Well, you'll see as soon as I get to it, and as long as I remember to execute it. Uh-oh. Oh, I got lucky there. I'm losing track of my usual route.
Did you have a good day at work? Good day, gamer?
I had a day off today. It started out a bit busy, because my family's going to be having some guests over later this week. They had me clean the bathroom.
John?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I cleaned a part of the bathroom earlier this weekend. But there were parts of the bathroom I didn't get to yet, so I figured I should probably get to that if they're going to be having guests over.
We haven't had a get together in quite a while, have we?
I don't know if that's enough room to enact. Okay. It works! Okay. I keep the strat going like that. I think we could have a consistent route here. I might have found something that works. Okay, is this gonna be the run? I still need to navigate the rest of these, but other than that, I might have something here. I just need to not mess up the rest of this. And of course I mess it up. That was a pretty easy attack, too. And of course, I just so happen to mess it up. But I mean, if I can keep that strat consistent, I think you might have saved me here, freezing time. Because I have developed a strat that might work well with this, and... I messed that up. Whoops.
Do that now. Gamer.
What?
You and I haven't had to get together in a while, have we?
Yes, I know. I've been sort of trying to wait for that right opportunity to... So I've been considering some planning. So one of my main reasons for having get-togethers is, you know, to try and, you know, enjoy some more Gauntlet Dark Legacy with you. Something last time we couldn't do because your TV didn't have any AV ports. So I considered a couple ideas on a way I could get that to work. Option 1, if you know any other residents in your group home that maybe has a TV that has AV ports, and maybe we could ask if we could borrow their TV to play Gauntlet on. And maybe as a bonus, because the game is more enjoyable with more players, we could invite them to join us in Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Otherwise, option B, I'm going to have to look into buying one of those adapters that allow me to convert AV cables into HDMI. Which is something I haven't really taken the time to look into yet. Though if that ends up being our only option,
Right.
yeah, there could be some benefits to doing that as for me as well, since with that such an adapter, it would also allow me to use my Elgato off of older consoles.
We haven't had that in a while. We haven't been able to do that. The last time we did that, was that Mario Kart Wii? When we did that last?
When what?
When we did that, when we had your Elgato capture card last? Our last video together?
Maybe?
I think it was, yeah.
I mean, I think last I remember I used the Elgato... Actually, I don't know which... Oh, yeah, it was for my playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom.
Well, I mean, when I've been over there, when you used it, well, I've been around, I mean, well, I've been around it, when you've been around me. You know?
Yeah. Uh-oh. I lost track of it. For 7th photo, new strat is definitely better. You've enough of watching me dying there for hours and getting photo 7 without getting photo 7 even a single time. For photo 6, choose for myself. Okay. You know what? Because it's roughly the same strat, I'm gonna keep at it with the strat. Now that I'm starting to get a bit of consistency out of it and a plan that actually works. But yeah, those are the two options I'm thinking of. So Jedi, if you want to, you know, speed things up, feel free to find good opportunities to ask around your group home on if anyone, you know, has a TV that has AV, and talk about my idea and what we're interested in doing, and then maybe extend the offer to invite them to join us.
Alright, we'll definitely do that, for sure.
So otherwise you're gonna have to wait until I, you know, take the time to maybe do some online shopping. So I think what I'm gonna do is, with the holiday season coming up, maybe I'll mention about it to my family or something to see if someone gifts me it for Christmas. Otherwise, yeah, I'll probably just, you know, maybe in January do some online shopping for it. So I'm certain there's plenty of those adapters out there. I forgot to prepare my setup for this. Whoops. Yeah, that's on me. Yeah, I can tell the next two pictures were quite easy. I just slipped up there, and that's really what's all going to come down to, is those slight slip-ups. And now we're going to have to wait another 100 attempts until I, you know, consistently get this plan working properly. That, you know, I can actually make it back to the 8th and 9th picture. To, you know, have another chance. Because even though they're easy, it's like, it's still nerve-wracking, because one messed slip-up, like what you just saw earlier, and it's all the way back to the beginning. But at least I feel like I have a chance of beating this. Instead of stuck feeling like I'm waiting on a miracle.
I'll be seeing a new counselor, by the way, in a couple weeks here.
You haven't seen what?
I'm gonna probably see a new counselor that comes here to the house.
Oh yeah, a new counselor. Yeah, I hope it goes well. I hope they're helpful in getting you to get you the help you need.
She's a mental health counselor too. She's a mental health one.
Uh-oh. Ah, that's putting a fork in my plan. Ah, that one beam messed me up. Yeah, I'm able to get it consistent, but the whole speed of the situation is still going to make this a challenge for me. So it is still fast-paced, combined with, you know, trying to maintain a consistency in the route that I don't even know if it's ever going to work all that well. Oh, that lag almost messed me up.
Nope.
Uh-oh. Ah! Also, fun fact, canonically, Aya has beaten everything first try. Thank goodness she can't boast about this in-game. I mean, story-wise, there's a lot of instances where you could say your character first tried and what they went up against. I mean, I remember in, when I read the, Dark Souls War on the Ancient Dragons webtoon, one of the things that always stood out to me was this idea that the chosen undead was always first trying everything. When they did have instances in the comics that involved, you know, the chosen undead. Now, it's like, I felt like, you know, the whole plot of the Soulsborne's almost messed it up again. Ah! Once again, a beam threw me off there when I almost had it. I just needed to get close to her to take a picture there, and I couldn't get an opening because of that. Maybe... I just gotta remember that I can take pictures to get myself an opening through these bullets. A bit wasteful of, you know, a charge, but it may help to at least allow me to last longer. I mean, it's what got me through 9-6 in my successful attempt. Oh, did I messed it up. I went through that pretty quickly. Ah! Okay, what am I messing up there on the second go? Because I feel like I'm consistently messing something up now. What? Hang on, my fingers need a moment to breathe. Yeah, but realizing that the game, which was so hard to beat by Aya without getting hit even once by anyone, talk about a difference in skill, eh? True. Okay, let's try this again. I guess the question is if Deltarune music that might be spoilers isn't a good choice to listen to some different music while I'm stuck on this. What would be some good music to listen to while dealing with an annoyingly tough scenario like this? I just don't know. Oh, I think I went a little too fast there. Oh wait, I got it actually. I know exactly what music I should play for this. Ah! I feel like it was lagging there for a moment, and I think that threw my route off. I could be wrong, and I could just be blaming the game, but as far as I can tell, that I did see a bit of lag there, so... But I know exactly what music I want to play now for this, that I think might be a bit fitting. Alright, after this run, I'll set it up.
Unfortunately, we do not have AC. Is it AV adapter?
Yeah, AV.
Nope. None of my fellow residents have those.
None of them? It's all HDMI?
Uh-huh.
Alright, well, it was worth a shot. Thank you for taking the time to reach out to your neighbors, Jedi. In the meantime... the route. So I guess that means at some point I'm going to have to do some online shopping. Get my hands on that adapter, because that's otherwise... Unless I go bringing over an entire, like, box TV or something, which, let's be real, those are heavy. And I don't think I have anything like that. At least nothing that's... Well, I guess... Maybe my TV does... have some AV some AV ports. Yeah, I think I see some AV ports back there. So maybe if I wanted to, I could just bring over my entire TV. Because I mean, the TV I've got back here, it's a bit of a light one. I'm pretty sure that's AV cables back there. So I mean, it is an option. Yeah, I suppose I could do that. Now do know my schedule is a bit packed at the moment, due to other friends that have been wanting to play with me. Because I know, there's Doc that's been wanting to enjoy Cult of the Lamb with me. There's Freezing Time here wanting to enjoy Touhou. There's all the shows I'm in the middle of. Like I said, my brother trying to get me to keep watching Andor, as well as a friend of mine trying to get me to watch a Disney Plus series by Pixar recently called Win or Lose. Speaking of that friend, they've also been coming over. They've been arranging plans to play like some Banjo-Kazooie with me. Like they want me to play Banjo-Kazooie. So basically, in basic detail, I've got too many friends. And I don't got all the time in the world to spend with them.
What about if one of us, if my family brings me over to your house one day?
That's gonna take a lot of planning, and if your family is up to it, because remember, your family lives quite a ways from you, and that's gonna be like. They'd be driving all the way from, one town all the way to where you're living and then all the way to my place, almost a back and forth. And they're basically going to have to do that again to bring you back home.
Right.
So that's going to be a bit of a complicated route. I mean, you're free to ask them, but know that you're asking a lot out of your family with such a request. That I do feel like it would be more convenient for me to just drive over there myself. We have an option. The point I'm trying to make is that my time is a bit on the limited side. With, again, friends, many other friends I have these days, wanting to do stuff with me, combined with, again, work, keeping me both busy as well as tired outside of work. So it's a lot of instances where, I don't have a lot of free time, and the time I do have, it's with lots of friends. Now, I am down to do this, though, so we can enjoy some more Gauntlet Dark Legacy. It's mainly just going to come down to, I'd say finding a good opportunity for it. Like, a good day for it that we'd want to schedule quite a ways in advance. And again, it's going to be more extra difficult with us approaching the holiday season. Because, we got Thanksgiving coming up. And then, of course, good old Christmas and New Year's. The times of the year that I normally like to spend with family. Alright, now I was going to set up some music to listen to while I struggle with this. Now, like I said, I don't think I'm going to be going with Deltarune music. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on something that I think will still represent the frustration of what I'm dealing with. I just gotta find it here. Where is it? I'm first gonna need to find it. Where is it here? I don't know if you guys can hear what I have playing. Probably not, since I haven't set up audio capture for it. Now that I have audio capture set up amongst separate audio tracks, I'm going to have to probably set up the audio capture for my browser. But where's the track I'm looking for? I just want to set up something that's, I feel like I'd enjoy a bit more instead of constantly listening to the same thing over again, as this game has been just getting a bit more, just feeling samey, that I'm getting kind of tired of it.
Yeah, would be if I were you too.
So yeah, I think that because that's playing a part in driving me crazy. I'm looking for something that I feel can represent pure frustration, and I believe I have it with this. I might also go with, I could also go with that. Oh yeah, give me that too. Alright. So I've got a couple of options here that I think will work quite well for this. As you'll see in a moment once I get audio capture set up.
Okay. What?
One moment. Here we go. Alright, I've got something good here. Then I think will represent the frustration. Alright. First I need to, here, turn on the browser capture. Where is it here? I've got too many different captures. Oh, right, I've got it all the way at the bottom. That's right. So I don't know if you got, oh yeah, you guys can see it. Wait, actually, could I turn this off and it still shows up on the... Hang on. Is it going to show up on the... Oh, no, it won't. Not unless I specifically have this on. So despite it being the bottom layer of all of this, because of the size of the game, you guys are going to see that.
Are you able to disable it though?
Well, I don't know what a way I could be able to, you know, turn off the browser while you guys can still hear it. That's the problem here. I don't know what my options are. So, give me a moment to think of some ideas. And I mean, I could set some... Well, no, that's good. I don't have any things set up on my Elgato. And yeah, that's going to be taking up way too much space. That would not be a good move. Well, this is a tricky situation. So you guys can literally see what I have in the background. I mean, I guess you guys aren't seeing anything important back there. That I guess it's not too big of a deal that you guys can see what I have on. But yeah, for now I'm going to leave this playing, as I feel it is fitting for the situation that we're stuck in. And I feel it will be far more enjoyable to listen to than, I don't know, what feels like the same thing I've been listening to for this entire game. And if you have any good music suggestions, feel free to suggest some. So there'll be some good ones out there. What? Hopefully this doesn't distract me too much, because while it is satisfying to jam out to this, at the same time I also don't want to lose too much focus. I just want something I feel like I could enjoy, or feel something that feels fitting for the situation. That feels like you're taking on something hard, and I think the purple coin music is the most fitting for that, since it's quite well known in Mario that the purple coin missions are hard. Okay, don't mess this up. Alright, I just gotta get in close. Okay, and then we're going the other way. Don't. Alright, what do we got for the last picture? Okay, we're doing that. Okay. I think I can handle that. That's probably the best I've ever done on this scene, so that strat might have single-handedly gave me the best chance of winning. Thank you, Freezing Time. This is why I waited for you to come back to help me with this instead of constantly throwing rocks at the wall and missing out on some good games. Because you're the man when it comes to Touhou, Freezing Time. You're the Touhou man. At least on this channel. I know there's probably plenty of other competitors that could qualify as the Touhou man. Even good old Zun himself. I just feel like in regards to this channel, the one that seems to know all things Touhou, it's always you. That was close. Yeah, I knew that was gonna hit me. Like, the moment I think, I don't know if that was a slip of the finger or what caused me to make that slip up, but yeah, that messed me up big time. Just double checking, you guys can hear the music, right?
I can hear.
Okay. Ooh, did I get this? Probably not. Almost thought I got the circle there for a moment. That was close. Okay, let's not mess this up this time. Okay, I see a good route that I can... Uh-oh. Okay, so I think it's like... I need to be on a certain side to get it to go one direction. Okay, that last one is still a bit on the tricky side when I'm looking at it. Because I need to slip through that, but sometimes the route makes it to where I crash into the bullets on the side. So the question is, how can I set up a route there that'll consistently work? And for that, I might have to go back to that clip Freezing Time sent me to see what it has to show. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, so I kept that consistent route. I mean, yeah, the next two are easy, but that last one I still feel like I'm going to need a bit of a strategy to get to work properly. So ultimately, what I ended up doing isn't going to cut it. So let's see what this person does. Okay, okay, for the most part, they just need to stay underneath her, and they'll have it. Okay. I see it now. Where was I here? Oh yeah, I was, Oh, that was close. I almost messed that up. What? How did I not go fast enough there? That route normally... Okay, there I'm a bit confused when I messed up that for some reason I didn't go fast enough.
What?
Ah, that... Again, that beam threw me off. That I couldn't get the route going in time. Oh yeah, another little update, freezing time. I'm getting close to having every achievement in Dark Souls 3. Meaning that soon I'll have every achievement for the entire trilogy. Something that has slowed me down a bit, though, is that I didn't realize there would be a drawback to selling weaker variants of all the rings I had. And because of that, it turns out, for the ring achievement, I don't just need every ring. I need all the plus variants of every ring as well. So I was thinking, for example, the Ring of Favor and Protection, because I had the +3 variant from the DLC, I thought I could sell all my weaker variants. Nope, turns out I needed all those weaker variants. So I'm gonna have to do some research on how I get every last variant on what's basically gonna be New Game +4.
What? No, I'm having them wrong. Lock the door. I'm gonna lock it if I have to. That was just one of my roommates.
Okay. Uh-oh, I might have messed this up. Okay, no, we're still in the game. I just need to... I'm gonna beat this for freezing time. If anything's getting done today, it's gonna be beating at least this one scene. So at this point, this is all that I care about for today. And then we can get to doing the other scenes another time. Maybe the next time freezing time is available. Okay, I gotta stop looking at chat. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to look over at chat at that time. But for some reason, I just instinctively looked over when I saw a new message pop up. Most people suffer trying to beat Dark Souls series, but look at me. I'm something I'll say. I mean, the thing is that, yeah, it can be suffering, especially if you go blaming the game or aren't open to various things, like, you know, help, looking into ideas, but as someone who was able to appreciate the challenge it threw at me, like, yeah, it had some annoying moments, but it's like, even for the annoying moments, it comes down to rising above, and hey, there's nothing wrong getting help from a jolly cooperator. So ultimately, I had a blast through the Souls series. Okay, Okay, I'm not properly paying attention. Uh-oh. Yeah, I messed that up. I couldn't get the plan going properly. I don't know what happened there, but... Okay, that was... I'm losing track of my route on how I normally go through these. But knowing that I have a chance at this, I feel like we got this. I just gotta, you know, do things right, not mess it up. Wait. My camera isn't ready yet. Why did I go into focus? Though now you're interesting about my thoughts on fan-made Touhou Dark Souls. But I remember, yeah, you sent me something that I could try to get to work and see if I could, like, take on this fan-made boss you sent me. I never took the time to look into it. Hopefully I can still find it somewhere within my collection of downloads. But I'd be down to see how they play out, because I'm certain there's a lot of them, and I'm certain they're well made. It's just gonna come down to, you know, getting them to work, and then seeing, it's also gonna come down to how much I enjoy the challenge it throws at me. What am I doing?
Oh my god. You hear that?
Hear what?
The video that was playing before? No. Could you hear it?
No. Who knows? Maybe the audience could. I don't know.
You guys?
Okay, yeah, I could hear that!
That was from back in 2017. I still have videos
Okay,
from
we're back to this again. No! Why is it at the easy attacks that I keep slipping up? It's like I just had to get through that and the nightmare's over. And then, of course, I always seem to slip up at what should be the easiest part of all of this. Well, maybe not the easiest, but one of the easier parts. At this point, we need some more epic music to hype up my victory. And thus, I think it's time to whip out the next music track to hype up my victory. Also, yeah, take the picture. Uh-oh. Okay, that was close. But I still pulled off the route. Okay. What? Okay, hang on. Here we go. Now this is epic. Alright. I don't know why I'm staying here. Just take the picture and go. Wait, oh, I messed this up. So there's 3 of them. First of them is hard, crashes every time you die, and sometimes just throughout the fights pretty raw code-wise. Second one is very hard, crashes almost every time you die, frustratingly difficult but beatable. Third one is a regular idea. Crashes rarely. Oh, okay. Okay, remembered the pattern that time. Alright. And apparently went a bit too fast there. First one against Vermilion Scarlet. Second one against Hong Mei Ling. Third one against Kokuma. Yeah, stage 4 mid-boss. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I'm down to check those out. Yeah, not even bothering with the hard part of that. I'm just going.
We'll play Mario Kart with one of my roommates.
Yeah, have fun.
What food combination? You know?
Ugh.
I'm not checked. I didn't have looked for a while. But a lot of
I'm impressed that didn't get me killed. Hey, I got the circle. Ah! It's like I can see the finish line, and then right as soon as I can see it, I get pulled away from it. I feel like I'd be enjoying this more if it wasn't for the fact that I've been going this entire day with a headache. Like, it's one of those days where it's like, I'm left to assume it's something that I eat that sometimes causes these headaches, but yeah, I've had a bit of a rough headache throughout today. Like, nothing that's been, like, unbearable, but it's, like, kind of been there throughout the day. And it's because of that, you know, probably would have considered streaming something else if it wasn't for this being kind of the only opportunity I probably have for a while to, you know, spend some more time with freezing time. I think I went too fast there that I couldn't keep up with my own route. Because the problem is, I had to get around those, you know... Get around those beams. So, and once again, it was another instances where I think the big beams threw me off and ruined my route. So in some ways, I'm still just a little bit having to wait for things to line up well. Maybe not to the point that I'm waiting on a miracle, but it definitely still feels like, you know, I'm having to deal with a lot here. But at least it feels beatable. Uh-oh. Ah, yeah, I messed it up. Again, it's still very fast-paced that, you know, it's very easy to just make a single slip-up and it ruins the entire run because of how fast you have to react to everything. And once again, my fingers need time to breathe, but I don't have an opening here to give them time and room to breathe at the moment. Okay. Okay. So... Ah, what happened there? Did I go too fast again? that it caused the route to stretch out too much. Yeah, that... The grind of constantly keeping at it, like, I'm definitely remembering now why I needed a break from this. So I can still feel this, like... With each fail, it, like, drains away at my soul. Like, piece by piece, I get more agitated, and it's like... Despite me getting close, it's like... Again, I'm literally doing this for freezing time. Uh-oh, I might have not been to the side enough. Okay, no, I was still able to keep the route... I'm gonna try something next time I get that far. So I want to see how close I can get to... Why did I think I'm losing track of the picture positions. It's stuff like this that... I think the constant slipping up on stuff on, like, things I feel like I shouldn't be slipping up on. It's another thing that I remember would add up to just it slowly draining away at my soul. It's like I can feel that burnout coming back to me. Tiredness of just having enough of annoying attack after annoying attack thrown at me, constantly being left wondering when this game's gonna end. Why did I take a chance there? I don't know why I just decided to pivot from my usual run. Like, I had an idea, but then I just randomly decided not to do it. Maybe I just felt like I wasn't gonna make it with my usual route. Okay, I only need to do 2 cycles of this route. I don't need to do 3. Although that time the camera wasn't ready that time. Okay, so maybe I do need to do 3 cycles. I don't know why I thought I only needed to do 2. What did I mess up there? Finally! It's finally over! Oneself is tested 3 years after they die. Honestly, I don't know which one is the Yama, but it'd make for a really good article. Innocence, welcome to the stream on YouTube. Yes, you were here. Oh. I need to refill my water after that. Hang on. Yeah, I might quick use the bathroom as well. Okay. Well, that was epic. I felt the same level of satisfaction as when I beat Evil Eye Sigma back in Touhou 2. Whew. So, now here's the question. That was a really satisfying victory. I'd totally be down to just end stream here, like end it on a high note, so I can, enjoy my victory. The thing is, though, as well, is that I don't know how much longer freezing time is going to stick around, but if he does still have time to stick around and if he believes I can do another scene, I'm down to do another scene. Like, depending on the difficulty of these remaining scenes in level 10. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one still has some annoyingly difficult scenes like I've been dealing with in the late stages. So I'd say it's going to come down to if freezing time is still here, and if he wants me to keep going. Because otherwise, I feel like that's a satisfying end point, a satisfying stopping point for the stream. Even if we have only been streaming for like 1.5 hours for this Touhou stream. Nonetheless, that felt good. Oh yeah, that's right, you guys can see what's on my browser. Well, actually, I don't think what I'm showing on here shows anything confidential. So I think I'll be okay having all this open. Okay, I think while I'm not playing music, I'm going to turn it off. Again, with the time of night it is, I'd be down to keep going a little longer. It mainly just comes down to one, if freezing time is still here, that I'd still be down to do this, and, you know... So if I don't get a response from anyone, I'm left to assume everyone left and that I can go ahead and end stream. Because, again, I feel like it'll be a better idea to just end on a high note. Rather than, you know, once again ending stream by tearing away at my sanity. I guess I just don't want it to get to the point that... I once again am needing a break from this. I mean, I'm certain while freezing time is here, I won't be needing another break from this game. I should be able to properly finish off this final level and the extra stage, as well as, if I remember correctly, there was more beyond the extra stage. Yeah, there was this newspaper extra. And based on the one, I'm left to assume there's multiple newspaper extras. So we'll have to see what that's about once we finish the extra stage. Who else was it? Okay, yeah, I was up against Edoko, God of Death. Yeah, the one in charge of... So I am still a little... Considering all the games that, you know, technically happened before this, I am curious to see who we might end up going up against... in the extra stage, considering the fact that we've taken on roughly everything at this point that, you know, is in these games. But yeah, alright, I'll give, how about this? I'm gonna take the time to look for some raid options. I mean, we already raided Fox Ashes today, back when I was playing Bullet Heaven 2. We have a couple other raid options, though. I know Flare has already been streaming for quite a while today. I don't know when they plan on ending. There is one other raid option, though they're playing a game I plan to play, and would rather not get spoiled on anything yet. So I guess I'll have a look around in my favorite categories and see what I can find. I wouldn't be surprised if for this it's just... Huh. That's not the game these people are currently playing. I'd be down to consider this. And of course, let's see who all is playing Touhou. Let's see what my options are here. Let's see. Someone's doing... Well, someone's trying to do Koishi. The extra stage of, I believe, Touhou 11. Yeah, Touhou 11. So I guess I'm curious on a few of the options I have selected here. It looks like they're on some of the high difficulties. I could be wrong. It could also be the speed they're playing at. Hang on. Let me just check something out here. I don't know if this guy's streaming with a mic or if... Like, if they're just focused on the game or if they don't have a mic. So I'm not hearing any microphone audio. Oh yeah, they're definitely on a much higher difficulty than me. Yeah. I'm gonna look for someone who's taking this on legit. So I've already taken this on countless times. Like, yeah. Oh. Oh. It's been so long since I did this extra stage. How long has it been? Alright, still plenty of options to choose from in terms of raid options. So I've got quite the few raid options here. I still have plenty of categories to choose from on which ones might have some interesting raid options. So let's do some looking around. Lots of categories, lots of raid options. Oh, there's still someone playing Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Well, I'll think about if I want to raid the person doing the extra stage. Because again, there's a lot of raid options right now. And I mean a lot of them. I'm just looking at my options since I'm unsure who I want to raid. So amidst the options of who I'm following, no one's really standing out to me at the moment. So I'm just looking at what we got here. Oh, these guys seem nice, although they're playing the reignited version of the game. Oh, someone's doing a first playthrough of Spyro Hero's Tale. Okay, so some decent raid options I've found here. So we've got some good raid options here. What are these people up to? I don't know how far that person is into their game. And, okay, whoever was playing Gauntlet isn't playing it anymore. I missed my chance. And, of course, there's plenty of loads of good options for Hollow Knight. I think amidst the options I found, though, I'm probably going to stick with what I have here. Because as much as I enjoy, you know, my favorite categories of Dark Souls or... Okay, let's mute that. I don't know if you guys can hear it, since I currently have taken away the browser capture. I'm just looking at my options right now, and I'm looking into what I want to go with here. So again, lots of good raid options. It also kind of comes down to who I feel like I'll be sticking around and chatting too often, because, I mean, this one, these look like a couple of good options. So we got about like 6 good raid options here. How am I going to narrow this down? So the thing is that the person doing the extra stage, the Touhou extra stage, doesn't seem very talkative. So I guess I'm not really going to be too interested in that. Maybe now in a chat with the person who's playing... this person who's playing Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue. That's a childhood classic of mine. Could raid someone playing some good old Spyro. We got some decent options here. Question is, who do I want to raid? Person seems like a decent option. Okay, I've limited down to 4 options. One playing some good old Dark Souls, one who's playing Spyro Hero's Tale, one who, again, is playing Buzz Lightyear. I think I'm gonna raid... Alright, only because it seems like they only recently started streaming, I'm gonna raid the one who's playing Dark Souls. As eager as I am to check out these other streamers in what they're playing, ultimately well, no. Because I feel like I'd only go in to ask if they want help in co-op, and usually 95% of the time, most streamers I find will say no. That they don't want to do co-op. Because usually they want to, get through the game all by themselves. So with that in mind, yeah, I'm going to take Dark Souls off the raid options. Alright, leaving me down to 3 options. Someone playing Spyro, someone playing Spyro Hero's Tale, and someone playing Toy Story. The question is, who do I want to raid? I might need to spin a wheel to decide. Alright, so Spyro Tale or Toy Story. And just to give a bit more variety to the wheel, let's put it in there one more time. Just to really stretch out that wheel a bit. Alright, there we go. I think this looks good. Let's spin that wheel. Oh, you guys can't see the wheel. Alright, and Spyro has won. Amidst all the raid options, we're gonna raid the one who's playing, the ones who are playing Spyro, which I think will be nice. I might take the time to chat with the other streamers as well, even if I don't raid them. But yeah, let's do it. We're gonna raid this channel. Oh wait, okay. Let's see, here we go. Alright, so with that being said, there has been no response from Freezing Time, so I am left to assume he had to go. Okay, so with that, it feels good to be back in the getting into some bullet hells again, both in terms of epic battle fantasy and Touhou, and then so yeah, we'll see if I go down the route of other bullet hells as well as maybe some Touhou fan games. Again, though, this is only going to be like maybe when Freezing Time is available that I do something like this again. Because mainly, I am still in the middle of a few games at the moment. I still got Salt and Sanctuary. I still, am doing co-op in Cult of the Lamb with Doc. You know, I still at some point need to get back to Silk Song. I've only been holding off on it because I was kind of stuck on where to go next in that game. So I might be, if I do go back to that game soon, I'm probably going to be whipping out the guides. Because at the moment, I don't know how to get to those locations. For like those 3 like beings that I need to enter the basically the dreams of to in order to get something out of them to in order to gain the ability to go into Hornet's memories to get in order to grab a delicate flower. I forget the name of the flowers that the snails gave them. But ultimately, there's still lots of games I'm in the middle of, so I think I'm only going to do something like this again when Freezing Time is available. Like, maybe if there's ever an instance I need to do a small stream, we'll do the other half of Touhou 9, or do the other half of Bullet Heaven 2, just so I can get that out of the way. So yeah, I'm a bit uncertain of the game options. What I do know is that, once again, it's going to be difficult to find more streaming opportunities due to another busy set of weekdays. Like, again, next 4 days, my schedule is full of work, and likely going to be full of sleeping as well, due to the work. And then this Saturday, I have made plans with a friend, as they want to go watch the Wicked sequel with me. So once again, it might not be till next week that I get another opportunity to stream. So with that being said, thank you everyone for watching. And as always, if you enjoyed this stream and wish to see more of my content, feel free to leave a like and subscribe and click the notification bell to stay notified of future uploads. For those of you watching on Twitch, feel free to leave a follow and also click the notification bell. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky. I'm always active there. And I also have a Discord server that, should you be willing to be respectful and abide by the rules, I'm down to send you an invite to get onto the server. We're on the server. You can stay updated with stream announcements, chat with my regulars, post some memes, as well as be able to join the voice channel where you can chat with me live on stream. And until next time, this is the Gamer of Gamers, and stay excellent, everyone.
Just go back to my Mario Kart session and